Math 2, Unit 7, Similarity and Right Triangle Trigonometry. Practice isn't the thing you do once you're good, it's the thing you do that makes you good. As you begin this unit, reflect on how you practice mathematics. The big ideas for this unit include ideas about similar figures and trigonometric ratios. In this unit, you will write precise definitions of dilations and similar figures. You will use transformational geometry and properties of similar figures to discover relationships in triangles, prove relationships created when a transversal crosses parallel lines, prove the Pythagorean theorem, and develop trigonometric ratios. You will use the Pythagorean theorem and trigonometric ratios to find missing sides and angles in right triangles. Earlier this year, you learned about rigid transformations. Rigid transformations produce congruent images. In Lessons 1 and 2, you will continue your study of coordinate transformations and develop precise definitions of dilations and similar figures. You will examine proportional relationships, and in Lesson 2, you will dilate triangles, write proportionality statements, and discover the triangle midsegment theorem. In Lesson 3 and 4, you will continue to refine your definition of similarity and study proportional relationships. You will discover the triangle similarity criteria in Lesson 3 and discover a relationship with triangles that is sometimes known as the side splitter theorem in Lesson 4. In Lesson 5, you will apply theorems to prove angle relationships. These relationships include vertical angles, angle relationships in triangles, and relationships created when a transversal crosses parallel lines. In Lessons 6 through 10, you will develop strategies for solving right triangles. When you solve right triangles, you find missing angles and side lengths of the triangle. In previous courses, you have used the Pythagorean theorem to find a missing side length of a right triangle. In Lesson 6, you will prove why the Pythagorean theorem works by using proportional relationships in similar triangles. In Lesson 7, you will use similar triangles to develop and understand trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios help you find missing side lengths of a triangle when you know an angle and a side, and they help you find missing angle measures of right triangles when you know two side lengths of the right triangle. In Lesson 8, you will use the Pythagorean theorem and right triangle trigonometry to find side lengths and angle measures of triangles, and in Lesson 9, you will discover relationships between lengths of sides of 45-45-90 triangles and 30-60-90 triangles. In Lesson 10, you will practice setting up and solving right triangles for unknown sides and angles. Here's a list of key vocabulary terms for this unit. Some of these vocabulary terms should already be familiar to you from previous units or courses. Here are some key skills needed to be successful with the content of this unit. You should be able to find the slope of a line, find the distance between points graphed on a coordinate plane, solve a proportion, use the Pythagorean theorem to find missing sides of a right triangle, and use informal arguments to establish facts about angle sums and exterior angles in triangles and angles created by parallel lines cut by a transversal. In addition to your teacher and school-based resources, there are several additional resources available. The Ready, Set, Go homework help videos are housed on the Canvas site for your class. You can access these in Canvas using your student login. If you do not know how to log into Canvas, ask your teacher for help. The K-12 Math Resources website, which can be found on your school's website, includes additional support items such as unit and lesson overviews, videos overviewing the tasks, essential vocabulary, the North Carolina standards for each unit, learning targets for each lesson, and extra practice problems.